I remember Gilles de Builder at Sheffield Wednesday used to train without tying up his laces. And to me, I'm thinking, what, that to me is if you're trying to be different.
Over.
Well, but he didn't seem to fall over. But again, it's just kind of when it comes to a match day, you can maybe do this in training and have a bit of fun and not take it that seriously. When it comes to a match day, can we rely on you to do what we need? Because we know we can rely on each other. But can we rely on you? And again, I think it's just these little things, more than maybe big incidents, nightclub incidents, or drinking and all this type of stuff. It's actually those little things that you see day after day after day, which become so annoying, because the normal professional, inverted commas, wouldn't. Why wouldn't you tie your boots up? It just looks so, again, just as if you can't be bothered. I'm better than this. And again, that sends a message to the rest of the dressing room. And certainly at Sheffield Wednesday, with some of the characters we had there, that does not go down particularly well, because we've got some really proper professionals who want to be part of a successful team, and having people like that around you. But again, the trouble is we didn't probably say anything. We should have been stronger as a group of players to say, by the way, sort that out, because if the coach isn't saying anything to you because one reason or another, we as players probably should have dealt with that as well, because it doesn't look good.
Did you ever test Bob the Builder with, bearing in mind he couldn't do his laces, whether he could read an analogue clock or wrap his sandwiches in cling film?
Just to be abundantly clear,
Yeah.
I can tie shoelaces.
But I have told you the story about Andy Booth, because obviously Gilles de Builder, we nicknamed him Bob, and it took Andy Booth a good season and a half to understand why. He said, he's called Gilles. No, but Bob. Yeah, Gilles. No, Bob the Builder, right? But he's called Gilles. Oh, for goodness sake. So it did take 18 months, but he got there in the end. We had to show him the programme before he realised what was going on.
Apart from, I think in that sense, professionalism in football isn't really different to professionalism anywhere else. It's turning up for work on time. It's being presentable. And in football, that's tying your shoelaces.
If you're able to, obviously.
If you're able to.
But that's interesting that you would describe players in that way. Having just had the conversation about Ndombele and about how we frame black players often wrongly about the cliches to describe them as lazy, you have described players turning up late, not doing their shoelaces up. They're all white. They are, however, non-British, and they are described, generally speaking, because of things like this, facets to their personality, as mavericks or mercurial. They don't get the lazy tag.
You're right. It's interesting that white players who have those kind of less professional traits, I guess, are probably thought of as being mavericks. Whereas if it's a black player, it's almost invariably that they're thought of as being lazy or lacking discipline. There's a study that came out last week about kind of the use of critical and praising terms in commentary, and white players are praised for work rate. What Laura says about James Milner. James Milner is not thought of as being a model professional because he's white, but he is probably more easily ascribed model professional status because he's white. There will be plenty of black players who are just like that, and you don't necessarily hear them discussed in those terms. It shouldn't detract from what a professional James Milner is, but equally it doesn't mean that there isn't kind of a systemic problem in how we talk about players of different colours. And there is, no question that if Gilles de Builder was black and had those maverick traits, perhaps he would have been talked of in well, to be fair, it's a bad example. I'm not sure anyone really talked about Gilles de Builder.